yeah, that's what I mean. No, I mean if you don't want it holding it. Here we go. Showtime. Just make sure my phone's on.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that.
You are too funny.
Miss Danny, are we ready?
I want to figure out.
Hello again. Good morning, everyone. I'm Cheryl Shondek, the Chief Operating Officer at the Greater Boston Food Bank. Thank you for joining me and the hardworking team here at the Greater Boston Food Bank in this fabulous setting of our food distribution warehouse. Today, we are celebrating our 20th annual Chain of Giving. Since 2005, this event has marked the beginning of the holiday season for the Greater Boston Food Bank. Can you believe it? 20 years managing this event. Thank you. The holidays are a time for celebration with family and friends. But unfortunately, a holiday meal is now a luxury that many of our neighbors cannot afford. The Greater Boston Food Bank, with your support, will distribute nearly 50,000 turkeys and 100,000 chickens to families in need this holiday season. Today, you will play a role as we stand side by side to create the human chain and unload a truck. Thank you for being here and for your year-round support. Many assume that folks are hungry at the holidays. You get it. You know that our clients are hungry 365 days a year. The Greater Boston Food Bank has been delivering more than 100 million pounds of fresh, healthy food throughout eastern Massachusetts with the collaborative efforts of our fabulous staff. Let's hear it for the staff.
Yes! Woo!
Volunteers, donors, advocates, elected officials, and partners. I want to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to our presenting sponsor, Shaw's and Star Market, whose Nourishing Neighbor initiative helps us feed so many people. Thank you, Shaw's and Star Market. And joining us here today, we have our Retail Vice President, Jim O'Leary, who you'll be hearing from later on. Thank you for your ongoing support of the mission. We are also joined by many government partners from the federal, state, and local offices. Please hold your applause. We are pleased to welcome representatives from the offices of U.S. Senator Ed Markey and U.S. Representative Ayanna Pressley. From the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Governor Maura Healey, who will be here shortly, State Treasurer Deb Goldberg, and Deb, you've probably been with us for all 20.
All of them.
The Massachusetts Department of Agriculture Resource Commissioner Ashley Randall is out in the audience, and Acting Commissioner of the Department of Transitional Assistance, Michael Cole. We are also honored to welcome state senators Nick Collins of Boston, Sal D. Domenico of Everett, and state representatives James Arena DeRosa of Holliston, Michelle Badger of Plymouth, David Beal of Boston, Rob Consalvo of Boston, Dennis Gallagher of Bridgewater, John Moran of Boston, and Joshua Tarski of Needham. But there's more that support our mission. From the city of Boston, we welcome Mayor Michelle Wu. and city councilors Sharon Durkin, Ed Flynn, John Fitzgerald, Julia Mija, and Henry Santana. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, because we cannot do this work without our government partners. I also want to thank our food donors. As Mark DeMichaelis said, they put the food in food bank. You are helping us make the holidays a little brighter for the families in need. Thank you so much to Shaw's and Star Market, to Stop and Shop, to Roach Brothers, Price Right, Richard Broccoli, Wegmans, Big Y Supermarkets, Table Talk Pies, C&S Wholesale Distribution, Turtelot Produce, B&B Trading Corporation, New England Food Brokerage, Olivia's Organics and State Garden, the Levitt Corporation, and Walmart. Thank you. We also want to welcome the many journalists and members of the media. You have helped elevate the issue of hunger in our communities, and we greatly appreciate your voice. We also have some mascots. We have Marty from Stop and Shop. We have Wally the Green Monster from the Red Sox, Pat the Patriot from the Patriots, and Blades from the Bruins. And they all have assignments because our team here at the Greater Boston Food Bank, with the exception of a few, are proud New England sports fans and want their picture taken with their respective mascot. I also want to thank AVX, who they are providing all of the AV product for today. They were here very early, setting everything up upstairs and here. They continue to support us. And Winston Flowers, because the number one item that people ask for when they come to volunteer at the food bank is, where do I park? And Winston's is allowing us to use their parking lot today, so thank you. Turtelot Produce, who built this special display today, all donated food. And another shout out to Shaw's and Star Market for the beautiful entrance display and the flowers here. I would now like to introduce our President and CEO, Catherine D'Amato.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy holiday season. As you know, many folks are gathering with their loved ones to celebrate traditional meals. There are so many people that won't this November, and our speakers will address that in so many different ways. But we want to thank all of you for stepping up, as Cheryl outlined, all the donors, volunteers, advocates, elected officials. We couldn't do it without you. It does take us all, and the Greater Boston Food Bank is truly one of those charities that brings all those different fractions together under one big warehouse in order to, keep this system going.
Are here. Some of them in my Boston delegation were left off, so I want to make sure I do one more round through at least Boston. And shout out to Rep. Arena DeRosa, who's here every year, and this is the time I get to see him every year as well. So thank you to State Representative Kevin Honan, State Rep. John Moran, State Representative Brandy Fluker-Reed, State Representative Rob Consalvo, and who am I missing from Boston? Oh, State Rep. Billy McGregor is here in the House as well. Thank you. And again, Senator DiDomenico was mentioned. City councilors who are here, I see City Councilor John Fitzgerald. I know City Councilor Sharon Durkin is in the House. And I believe City Councilor Henry Santana is here as well. What did I miss from our council? Good. Okay. Thank you so much. And shout out finally to my team members in our administration at the city. I know I'm going to miss everyone because they're in the crowd, but I know I saw that our police commissioner, Commissioner Michael Cox, is here, always showing up for our communities. Our Chief of Human Services, Jose Masso, is here. today and every day, and our Chief of Community Engagement, Brianna Malore. Thank you, thank you. So, look, 20 years is an incredible milestone, and it takes so much to build an effort that continues throughout that time. But in some ways, it feels like this year, right now, we need it more than ever. It was just 5 days ago that we were in the Eagle Room at City Hall with Cheryl and members from the Greater Boston Food Bank announcing emergency measures that the City of Boston and the Commonwealth are stepping up to try to stem and stop a little bit of the hurt that's happening around hunger and food insecurity with some of the actions at the federal level. As so many of our families across Boston, Massachusetts, and the country are living in fear of how they're going to make ends meet, where that next meal is going to come from, when benefits are being used as political leverage, when hunger is being put out there as a negotiation. That is not the country that we know, and that is certainly not what happens in the city of Boston, where dignity is a guarantee for every single resident, every single family, and where we believe that the basics include not just making sure that everybody is nourished and has food to eat, but that it's healthy food, it's culturally appropriate food, it's delicious food, and that everyone deserves a beautiful, enjoyable holiday meal to celebrate that special moment with their families. And so that's what has happened here for the last 20 years. And the efforts that we're putting on top of it in this extraordinary time of need are only possible because the infrastructure has been built so strong and improved every single year. It was only possible to stand up an emergency fund of already $2 million in partnership with the Boston Foundation, Greater Boston Food Bank, YMCA, and so many local partners, because the methods and the relationships to get relief out to residents had already been in place 365 days a year, 20 plus years already. We already have programs that have been trying to stretch every dollar for families to get fresh food at the farmers markets. Oh, I see Sheila Dillon, our Chief of Housing, is in the house as well. Aliza Wasterman from our Office of Food Justice. I'm going to keep shouting people out. The City of Boston has been able, through our partnerships, to try to do everything possible to tackle hunger and tackle food insecurity. Relief and support for grocery stores in our communities that are serving food directly reflecting what our residents and community members want to eat and the cultures and communities they come from. Programs through the Boston Public Schools where now free lunch and breakfast, thanks to our state legislature and state government, is one of the primary mechanisms for making sure that our students are getting the calories and the delicious food that they need. We've been doubling down on that with the challenges recently. Most of all, this is a community that comes together and rolls up our sleeves. So my favorite part of this event every year is getting to stand alongside, shoulder to shoulder, with this incredible human chain and seeing how many helping hands are reaching out to provide that relief, to have your neighbors back, and also to know that so many of the residents who are in need right now are also the same ones with their hands outstretched, providing that relief and ensuring that everyone can eat and everyone can have a holiday that is joyful and that reflects the community we're hoping to build. So thank you so much. Happy holidays to all, and thank you so much for being here.
All right, and now I'd like to welcome Governor Healey, who magically appeared. Thank you. I just to say a moment here to say Governor Healey is a very important voice. You know, we have an incredible legislature. It's evident here today to see how many representatives are here. We live in the city of Boston as the Greater Boston Food Bank, and we're proud of that. But we also serve 190 cities, and there are 351 across the state. All of them have individuals who need our help. But programs like SNAP, Medicaid, all of these programs are getting cut. And the governor has convened a first-of-its-kind anti-hunger task force to tackle food insecurity crisis and to lean on leaders across the state to come up with suggestions on how to address this problem that seems to be mounting more and more every single day. But we are incredibly appreciative, Governor, for your leadership, for your commitment to make Massachusetts hunger-free, and for your being here today. And just please share a little bit with us. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of our great folks here at the Greater Boston Food Bank, an amazing team, amazing staff. Cheryl, Catherine, thank you so much for everything that you do throughout the year. It's great to be alongside our leaders, Mayor Wu, Treasurer Goldberg, we have members of the legislature here, and the City Council, Jim O'Leary, and all of our corporate sponsors who are stepping up today to volunteer. Thank you so much for coming out. I just came from a truck delivery. We have an organization that made a great delivery to Massachusetts, 10,000 pounds of food. It's one of these recovery operations, so I want to thank R4 Technologies, who just literally drove a truck up the East Coast to deliver food to Massachusetts, and that is going to get out later this morning. Look, I'll be really direct about things. What's happening right now in our country and President Trump's decision to withhold SNAP benefits is unconscionable. It's unconscionable, and it's unnecessary. I'm grateful to A.G. Campbell for joining with other states and going to court. He's already been ordered to release the funds. As of this morning, no funds have been released. We don't know when funds are going to be released. The matter is still in court. The USDA has issued some guidance that still will only allow for partial funding of benefits, which means that not only will not all of our million resident population not get their SNAP benefits, but even for those who are going to get SNAP benefits whenever the money comes, they're not going to get the full amount. In fact, they may not even get half. Some may get zero. That's the state of play right now in America. The good news is we're Massachusetts, and I want to thank everybody who's come together and found ways to contribute during this crisis, and it is a crisis. No one in America, no one in Massachusetts should go hungry. So here are things that I think you can do. The first thing is contact your local food pantry or food bank. Find out what they need. A lot of them need money to buy food because the demand is just so big. I was at food pantries over the weekend, the lines, the people coming forward, it's unbelievable. So contact your local food pantry, ask what they need. I know what they need in part is money to go buy food. The other thing they need are volunteers, people to staff distribution, people to actually drive food out to people who may be homebound. That's another way to help out. There are other places to donate. The United Way's Response Fund, you can go there. All of that money is being used to get out to local organizations around the state to buy food, to distribute food. If you're somebody who is facing hunger right now, first of all, my heart breaks for you. That should not happen in America. But if you are facing hunger right now, have someone go to the Project Need hotline. I'll tell you, many thanks to Project Bread. Project Bread's calls over the last week have been fourfold in an increase. That's how needy people are in our communities. So direct people who need food, or if you need food, go to Project Bread's hotline, get connected to resources available in your community. I'd also say, I've heard about some of the gaps that are out there right now. We've got high school students in Massachusetts who are leaving school to stand in line in a food bank to hold a place so that their family might be able to get food. Now, part of this is they've got a working parent, somebody at work who can't afford to miss work, to leave work, to go to the food bank during food bank hours. So I also ask for grace from our employer community. Understand that there are 1 in 6 or 1 in 7 residents in Massachusetts who are on SNAP. Many of them are working. And so whatever you can do to support those on your teams, because SNAP beneficiaries are coworkers, our neighbors, folks in our communities, people we see at church, people we see at daycare drop-ups, people we see at ball fields, these are SNAP beneficiaries in Massachusetts. So if everybody can operate with that mindset that somebody you've walked past today is probably a SNAP beneficiary, that would be great. Now is the time. It's never a bad thing to reach out a hand, to ask somebody how they're doing, to see if they need a little help. I know Catherine and the team, they've been doing everything from buying huge amounts of food, and we're grateful for all the amazing work that Greater Boston Food Bank does, distributing food out to pantries across the state, 190 communities, also purchasing gift cards. We need to do whatever we can in this moment. I want to thank my team and our administration, specifically Commissioner of the Department of Agricultural Resources, Ashley Randall. So much of our food network also depends on our local farmers and grocers, and I appreciate all the coordination there. Our local grocers and retailers, of course, are hurting themselves, but we also see them stepping up to find ways to support SNAP beneficiaries and those facing hunger. I want to thank Department of Transitional Assistance Commissioner Michael Cole for the incredible job that the DTA team is doing. I want you to know that right now we're ready as a state to distribute benefits. We're working through all the convoluted guidance that the USDA has thrown our way. Okay? We will be ready to go as a state when those funds come in, and I want to thank the teams back in the office who are doing that work as we speak and did it through the night. But whatever we can do, whatever you can do from wherever you are, whether that's to give cash, whether it's to give comfort, whether it's to give your time, we need all of it. And food is the first part of this, because we have folks, as a result of this shutdown, 300,000 who've lost their heating assistance, another 300,000 that have received notices that their health care premiums are going through the roof. We've got people who receive WIC and other forms of assistance who will see those benefits stop next week. In addition to doubling the funding from our administration through MEFAP to our food pantries, which we did last week, we also funded some money for Head Start so that 2,000 kids in Massachusetts weren't left without childcare on Monday. So that's the state of play right now in our country. I don't know how long this will last. I continue to call on the President and Congress to reopen the government. But right now, we got to do all that we can to take care of one another, to help one another. That is what Massachusetts has always been about, from the Berkshires to the Cape and everywhere in between. There are people in need, and there are people of goodwill and big hearts ready to help. So, folks, don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game on this one, okay? We need your help now. My thanks to Catherine D'Amato, to the Greater Boston Food Bank, and all our food pantries and food banks out there doing incredible work. My thanks to our corporate sponsors, including our grocers and our retailers and other corporate folks who are here today volunteering your time. We'll continue to do everything we can to get at this issue. Thank you very much.
We'll get you out of here shortly. It's okay. Okay. This is going to go to you shortly here. So my final remarks is just that here we are. We want to thank all of our speakers, Shaw's, Star Market, Mayor Wu, the governor. The treasurer is always there as a supporter of GBFB and Team GBFB, and all. I mean, there's so many people: state legislators, city councilors, people that are making decisions every single day to help people. One of the things that's most notable for me in working at the Greater Boston Food Bank is these folks in the retail industry, the food industry, they compete all day long. But they come here and they don't compete. They come here to be together to fight hunger in our state and to join together to do what they can. So in such Stop and Shop's leading a fundraising campaign to raise another $350,000. So if you make a $50 donation, that'll feed a family of 4 for Thanksgiving. And so that's going to matter as well. So please give generously, give your time, give your money. If you have a donor advised fund, this is the time to use it. If you can volunteer, go. I couldn't have said it better, and so I'm going to stop. So I'm going to leave it to Cheryl to give you instructions on how we get to our lines, to the turkeys, because our job is to get all of this treasure out of this building as soon as possible to those that need it. So thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, amazing. Let's get started, because today we are going to unload these turkeys. What we would like you to do is form 2 lines. If you, all the way down from the door 8, Carl, can you raise your hand, and Charlie? From that door, there is blue tape on the floor. We need you to form a human